coming in. Yeah, flex, I just wanna win. Yeah, LABB, who we running with. Yeah, 2233, I'm on 10 again.
This is Edo Speaks back again with another video, and in this video discussion, I wanted to talk about Russell Westbrook and the Los Angeles Lakers. Again, I'm making another video about Russell Westbrook and his tenure with the Lakers. So as you know, I'm making this video right now after the trade deadline. So the Los Angeles Lakers are for now stuck with Russell Westbrook for this season and for the foreseeable future, however long his tenure with the Lakers will be. And the reason I'm prepped to make this video is because we're seeing Russell Westbrook career, reputation, everything that he's worked for be destroyed right in front of us in this very moment. He's being scrutinized way harsher than he was during his MVP campaign in 2017 after Kevin Durant left him to go to the Golden State Warriors when he averaged a triple-double for the season. Now, during the time when he was averaging a triple-double, he was getting flack, critique from the media, but he was also getting praise as well because he was doing something that no one has done in a while since Oscar Robertson. Now, we fast forward a couple years later, he averaged another triple-double. Then after that, he averaged another triple-double, got some help with PG, Carmelo Anthony. They wasn't able to go out to the third. They wasn't able to get out the first round. So then people started to scrutinize him a little bit more. After the first MVP season, when he averaged triple-double, I got kind of tired of it. I think he made the triple-double stat irrelevant. It's still a great stat line. It did show that you put your imprint and impact all over the game by doing multiple things to impact your team and helping them win. But the way Russ was doing it was just a facsimile of just all the whole four teammates corralling around him and helping him boost his stats and trying to average triple-double. He wasn't doing it naturally. He was just doing it as a gimmick throughout the season. And when you look at YouTube's and analytics and a whole bunch of other people who try to justify him averaging a triple-double, yes, they win more games when he was averaging a triple-double than he did lost a triple-double. But again, that's the regular season. When he got to the playoffs, all that triple-double stuff went away. They was able to hone in on his weaknesses and the team weaknesses, and they got him out of here in the first round, easy. So that's why the whole triple-double nonsense, like around the second, third year, it was out of mind, out of sight. I didn't care. At that point, I was like, okay, Russ, you have a triple-double, congratulations. But are you winning? Are you at least getting to the Western Conference Final? Are you able to contend for a title with PG and Carmelo Anthony? And then when he went to the Houston Rockets, are you able to contend for a title with James Harden? They traded pieces away for you to acclimate to your game style. It didn't work. We all know the bubble happened, the asterisk championship with the Lakers winning it, etc. And then he ended up going to the Wizards. That was a dud. I give him respect. He had another triple-double, which I don't care about, but he made that moribund franchise be able to get to the playoffs, which was impressive on his part because the Washington Wizards didn't make playoffs in a while, and he was able to elevate that team to be a playoff team. Not a high playoff team, but 8th, 7th seed to play in the play-in tournament and then get knocked off in the first round. I'll give him that, but still, we don't care about that. You don't get trophies or accolades for making it to the playoffs or getting knocked out in the first round. You get accolades for the trophies that the NBA gives and for championships that you win. And so far, Russell Westbrook hasn't won none of that since his MVP year. Now, granted, he broke the record for most triple-doubles ever in history. I give him that, but again, he's not winning. And then after that, the Washington Wizards traded Russell Westbrook to the Los Angeles Lakers in exchange for pieces back like Kuzma, Montrezl Harrell, etc. And now this is a new opportunity for Russell Westbrook to finally win a title. This was going to be his last chance to win a title. I don't see Russell Westbrook playing for another team that's a title contender that could take him seriously in a play style that he likes to play. It doesn't work. It's too turnover prone. It's too ball dominating, etc. So he's not going to win a championship. And that's fine. That's okay. Not every player who comes through the annals of basketball history are going to win an NBA championship. But when it comes to Russell Westbrook, particularly him playing for the Los Angeles Lakers, it just heightened everything so bad. When you go to a big market franchise like the Los Angeles Lakers, New York Knicks, etc., the media are ravaged over they're gonna ravage you. When you have a bad game, it's gonna be 10 times highlighted about you having a bad game than it was when you're in a small market like OKC. So playing with LeBron James, that made it 20 times more big, because we already know how LeBron James works. Whenever LeBron James forms a super team, because he's a GM, the superstar players that play on his team get scrutinized twice as heavy because they're expected to produce and help him win a championship. So now Russell Westbrook is on the Lakers. He's averaging 18, 7, 7, which is not bad, decent, but he's averaging 4.5 turnovers a game. He leads the league in turnovers. He's making stupid plays. He's making bad shot selections. He's shooting poor from the field. He's shooting poor from the free throw line. He's overall just not producing with the Lakers. So, now granted, I've seen all that prior to him coming to the Los Angeles Lakers. But the problem is that the Lakers did. I think most people saw the problem with Russell Westbrook. They respected Russell Westbrook and what he could do from afar. But I think once you play with Russell Westbrook, you could kind of see why he hasn't gone nowhere in terms of his playing style. It's a great playing style to have. You're going to stat pad the best with him. Russell Westbrook is one of the best stat padders if I ever seen one. He's going to stat pad the best with them. But in terms of winning, high basketball IQ, intangibles, Russell Westbrook has none of that. And he's bringing all that chaoticness with the Los Angeles Lakers, playing with LeBron James and Anthony Davis. Now, the Los Angeles Lakers already have their own problems of their own. They have an aging superstar in LeBron James, still playing at a high level, still great, but he's getting older, and we're starting to notice the wear and tear. He's getting dinked up. He's not playing full seasons, and then you have Anthony Davis, aka street clothes. You don't know when he's gonna get hurt. Anything can happen to him. He's so fragile as glass. And then on top of that, you have this old roster with old pieces on it, like Carmelo Anthony, Trevor Ariza, Dwight Howard, etc. Like, all those guys are 35 plus. So it's an old roster. It can't contend with the fast young guys that's playing in the league right now. And then you have Russell Westbrook, who's at the age of 33, still could jump out the gym, still good, but still he makes bad decisions, low basketball IQ, poor shot selection, has no feel for the game, no intangibles whatsoever, but he does have a higher motor. He's available. He plays every game, and he does a lot for the team. It's not conducive to winning. And he's right now, his legacy's being shredded right now. All the media members who are bandy-hoo about him coming to the Lakers, saying that if anybody could help Russ and win a championship, is LeBron James, because of the false narrative that LeBron James makes his teammates better, which is not true. LeBron James does not make star teammates better. He makes role players better because they follow his lead and they do what he tells them to do. But in terms of star players, he does not make them better. Actually, he makes them worse. And we're seeing that right now with Russell Westbrook. During his tenure with the Miami Heat, he made Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade stats go down worse to acclimate to his playing style. And then in Cleveland, when he returned back for the 2015 season, Kevin Love's stats went down playing with LeBron James. The only player whose stats stayed stagnant was Kyrie Irving. That's the only person whose stats went down, who was stagnant playing with Kyrie Irving. And then he went to the Lakers, and then he plays with Anthony Davis. Now, Anthony Davis elevated his level during that particular 2020 season, but I'm going to put an asterisk on that because, again, the COVID happened, and that championship is obviously fake. I don't care what nobody says. It's an asterisk championship. It doesn't count. Anybody who counts that, I don't even take Europeans seriously on it. You're either a LeBron James fanboy or a desperate Laker fan that wanted to see them win a championship if you're going to count that championship. As regards to everything else, currently right now with Russell Westbrook, his stats are down, AD stats are down, and that all falls on LeBron James because it's his fault. He's the leader of the team, and he's running the show right now. And right now, Russell Westbrook is on full display for all of people to see. His failures, his turnovers, his misses, all the bad things that came with Russ is being highlighted playing with LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers, and his career is being ruined because of it, and it's going to continue to be like that for the foreseeable future because the trade deadline is over, and they're going to have to play with this roster for the remainder of the season. We're about to head to the All-Star break, and then after that, see what's next after. Maybe the Lakers could make a push and try to slip into playoffs and be an 8-7 seed, but they're going to have to be in the play-in tournament, but they could still be in the play-in tournament as a 9th and 10th seed, but I just don't see this team going anywhere. If they do make it to the playoffs, they're going to get knocked off in the first round. They're going to get, at least, they're going to lose in 5 to Suns, Utah, Jazz, and if they go against the Warriors, they're getting swept. No, they're getting swept quick. They're gonna be quick and out of there. So yeah, Russell Westbrook's career is ruined, and I blame the Lakers. I blame LeBron James. All of it. I don't see Westbrook like bouncing back from this. Russell Westbrook is an extraordinary talent. He's a gifted talent, Hall of Famer, a top 75 player, but he's just not a player with winners intangibles. He's damn sure not a championship winning player. And for the Lakers to make this trade, for LeBron James to greenlight this trade, for him to come on a team, kind of scratching my head, and he needs to be criticized for that move. So that's just what I wanted to say about it. I give my 2 cents on the situation so far after the trade deadline. Let me know yours. Let me know your comments. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Do you agree with my take? Do you disagree with it? Do you feel like the Los Angeles Lakers made a mistake drafting Russell Westbrook? Do you think they could bounce back from this? Let me know in the comment section down below. This is Elo Speaks out.